Hi, welcome back to It's Miracle Budgeting. So this is a totally different filming station. I am a cash budgeter, and normally I have an online store. It's miraclebudgeting.com, and normally I film at my shop for my business. But as my cash envelopes are getting bigger and my single funds are getting bigger, I no longer want to film there anymore. I want to film at home. So my family just left to go out to dinner so that I could film, and I'm actually at my kitchen table. So first thing I do, first housekeeping. If you're new here and this is the first time you've ever seen these hands, if you like what you see, I hope that you will subscribe. Make sure you click that bell for notifications because I do not upload at the same time and the same day every week. I have some health conditions. I'm pretty transparent about it. Right now I'm suffering from some kidney complications. I have lupus, and sometimes I'm able to film all the time, and other times I go for a month without filming. So if you do enjoy these videos or you get something out of them, then you might want to click the notifications. If you like the video, please do all the YouTube-y things and like it and share it and everything you think it will do it. So I am married. We have 6 kids total. We have 2 at home, 4 out on their own, and still living in a rental home of ours, but they are on their own. And we do not budget together other than some household expenses. So we have a household budget. If you go back one video back as my budget, I have a household out of every budget that I do. So I think that's the basics of it. So when I cash stuff, I actually empty my coins. This is actually from, and I'm not sure how well this is going to pick up because of the angle of the camera, but this is from Katie Budgets. She sells these and stocks them intermittently. So I'm going to do my change, and I actually have a decent amount of change right now. So I'm putting all that in the piggy bank. I actually have other rolled coin I've been meaning to take in and put in my snowball fund, and I haven't been able to do that yet. You may hear in the background, I am next to my furnace and our air conditioner is running. It's one of the actual warm days we've had recently here. And I personally wouldn't have the air on at this point, but my husband can't live without it. So this is where we're at. So this wallet is available on It's a Miracle Budgeting. Right now, I believe there's 4 colors, and I know there's 2 coming. I can't remember if there's 4 or 5 colors right now. I think it's 4, but either way, these are available on my site, and you can get them with or without the zipper envelopes. Majority of my stuff is from my shop. I have a few things that aren't. These were a gift for my birthday, so these cash envelopes are from Planning Dancer. So, leftover cash, I have 40 in fuel. I have 20 in dining. I have 20 in spending, and I'm going to set this in a different pile because that goes somewhere else. And then I have 5 in miscellaneous. So we ended up with 85 rollover, 65 is going to debt. So now we are going to stuff our envelopes. And I have 60 going into gas, so I have $60 here. I have been doing a lot of errands for my business, and when I truly drive for my business pays for my fuel. If I'm not working as much, then my business does not pay for my fuel. So that is how I do that. And that's why you see sometimes I roll over 100%, sometimes I roll over none. It just depends. Dining is getting 20. Spending is getting 20. I can spend these any way I want, whenever I want, however I want. It is purely my prerogative, and it's also I don't have to roll over if I don't want to. I do like rolling over because it pays debt, but I don't have to roll over. I can spend every single penny if I want. So that is my wallet. So these are, I think on the site they're called sequin. These they have a rough feel, but they're not like the kind of sequins that fall off. It's like this way I can barely feel any resistance. This way there's a little more, but these are available in the shop. This is my variable binder. These are things that get spent all the time, go up and down, and there's really no point in planning it all out other than the amount I'm putting in and making sure I pay whatever I need to. But there's no point in having a long-term goal of $1,000 because it's going to be money in, money out. So beauty is first, and beauty is getting 80. And you may notice on my trackers, I actually went ahead to my next payday because I wanted to make sure I had money for some things, so I just pre-filled them. Now that may end up backfiring on me, and I may end up having to erase something or move something, but for me to know that I have what I need is beneficial. So in beauty, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So I have 189. I believe that's exactly what I'm supposed to have. Yep. Subscriptions is getting 30. And I actually went into the bank this time, so I'm hoping that I will have the correct denominations this time. The last couple times I have screwed it up. So I sat down and went into the bank and did it all by hand this time, a little bit more carefully. So we have 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240. And again, that's correct by my tracker. So pets is getting 20. Pets now has 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 64 in pets. We just bought a ton of pet stuff recently, so I shouldn't need anything for a little while. Medical's getting 20. I may have to up this at some point because it, I think I have one prescription fill, like pickup order left on my FSA, and then I'm going to be paying for any copays and any prescriptions out of my fund. So we do have an FSA and we have really good insurance with really low copays and really low prescription costs, but we don't do enough in there, and it comes out of my husband's pay and he lets me basically use it all. So I do not boss whatever he picks. I take as a blessing and I just try to save on the side. So in medical, I have 51, 20, 40, 60. So 160 in medical. Because of my health conditions, he rarely even goes to the doctor. Like sometimes if he's really sick or there's like a complication or if it's for work or something. But I unfortunately am at the doctor's nonstop. So due to my health conditions, that's just where I live. So we are depositing $100. And this should be in 20s. We've got a little bit of cushions at the school right now in their lunches, and they've been alternating between hot and cold, so it's been pretty nice. So in kids, this is anything for the kids that we need for them, whether it's, I try to put the lunch money in here so I have cash on hand when they need it, but it can be used for anything. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30. And right now I think both kids have about $30 in their account, and that's, if they didn't take lunch ever, that would actually be about 10 days, a little less than 10 days. So with them taking their lunches half of the time, they do 1 week on, 1 week off, then that actually gives us a lot of leeway on that lunch money. So that was our variable binder. The next is our family binder. And in case you're new here, these ones that have the shiny and have a design next to them are from Charm Kitten Budgets. She's an amazing woman who I love talking to, and she just has been a great support. So when she opened her shop, I of course had to buy some, and although I'm not contributing to House Cash right now because I am rolling mine to debt, I am leaving this here because it is a goal to go back to that. My envelope is getting 20, and then it also is getting the 20 from my spending, so it's getting 40 total. That rollover from my spending, I am going to start putting in here. That rewards me for my hard work, because sometimes it's hard to stay on the savings and everything. You like get where you want to spend, and sometimes just having a little extra cash helps you get through. Always budget yourself. If you're having trouble, spending or not spending, budget yourself some spending money. So clothing is 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. So 160 in clothing. This is mainly my clothes. My husband usually buys his own, and the kids usually comes out of the school fund, but I'm not super picky about it. So school is getting 20. In case you're new here, this is for any kids' needs for school or summer clothes, anything that we can pull out of here. Now they're all set for school and for a while, but that is what it is for. So that was $40 in school. Sorry, I got sidetracked because it looked like I wrote $200 going into school next payday, and I'm like, that is not accurate. I know that's not accurate. So it's 20 going into gifts. Gifts is for anything outside of the family. So white elephant gifts at work, Christmas gifts to the bosses, friends, outside of the immediate family, anything. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. A lot of my envelopes do get 20, so you will see repeating numbers throughout sometimes, because unless I spend something, it doesn't throw it off. Car expenses is getting 40. So oops, grabbed too much. So car has 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 280 in car. And this is anything for the car. Home is getting 20. And this one I did switch some small bills into it on purpose because I need to buy some things for the house, caulk and a caulk gun for our shower and some other things. So I wanted to have smaller bills. 20, 40, 60, I put 20 in, 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 160 in home, just some miscellaneous, nothing super expensive I need to do, but I still need to do it. So that's where we're at. And then this one, I actually switched a lot of my small bills to my snowball in this because this is going to the bank this month. This is my annual fee. It comes out at the end of the month, I think around $9.28. And it's $295. So I'm just trying to get as much of it taken care of as I can on ahead of time so I can just go drop it off as soon as it posts. So 50 is going into this. So in our annual fees, or my annual fees, I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So we should have 290. And, or is that 190? Wait a minute. 190, I think is what it is. But let's redo it. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's 100. Yeah, it's 190. I just added an extra 100. Wishful thinking. So 190 is in that, and I will be contributing more before the end of the month than that. So that is our family binder. Next is savings. Now this is long-term things that aren't necessarily a holiday. So savings, debt snowball, the birthdays, things like that. So debt snowball is getting 100. Next paycheck, it's actually getting 900 because 400 was supposed to come from this one. So I'm just taking out next check because we needed a little bit of cushion in our joint account. So I'll just pull it out of next check and take less from my joint in the next one. You saw my budget. It will be linked in the cards and down below. You saw my budget. I do explain it all. But in debt snowball right now in my cash, I have 152. So that's 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. Oops. I only did 80 and then counted it as 5. That's almost from Lincoln. It's 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 106, 20, 40, 60, 80, 7, 20, 40, 60, 80, 98, 812 is what I have in snowball. So we are growing this. Actually, I am. My husband does not contribute to my sinking funds unless it's something that, or like Christmas sometimes if I'm short, he will to help it out. I usually film with my Canon 80D. And, I forgot. Okay, so previously, if you watch my videos like old school OG watchers, I used to have two. I used to have a savings and an emergency fund. $1,000 emergency fund goes here, and then after I get that, I start going into savings. So I put this in here so that at the end of the year I can switch over, because in our emergency fund we have 250, and I am adding 100. No, I'm adding 200. Excuse me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 50, 450. So we have 450. When this is 1,000, I'll stop contributing to this, and I'll just work on my savings. So birthdays, we are working on, I think, January. These dividers are from Intentionally Living or Intentionally Plans. I always mix it up every single time. But birthdays gets 50, 70, and 80. So let's see what Alaric has right now. I think he has 80 right now. This will ever move. I'm taking everything but what I need. So it is 80. So this is 100. You know, I need to break this 50. This might curse me later, but oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. Let's put that back over here. I want to keep this separate for a minute because I'm actually going to go into my debt snowball and break it. So we have 50 here. And then we have 20, 40, 50. Okay. I couldn't put it in other people. It'd all go to him. And we do 140 in each person. And then my husband, well, I do 140. My husband chips in his own amount for whatever he feels is adequate for what he's buying. Sometimes we totally coordinate everything together, and other times we each buy our own things. It's kind of haphazard, but it works for us. So this is 80. So this makes it 100, and then 220, so 140. So I'm going to move this to the completed envelope, and I'll show you that in just a second. So next I'm working on my son-in-law's Ray's birthdays in February. So this 20 is going to go into Ray's thing. So this one is going to go back in this. When they're empty, I put them all in here. As soon as they hit the 140, I move them to the other envelope. So I will show you that really quick. So this is another one from Charm Kitten Budgets. And this has my husband and my son Mark are both completed, and now our son Alaric is done. So I'm just going to slide him in the back. So we have 3 birthdays. We're 3 birthdays ahead, and my husband's birthday is not until right before Halloween. So we're doing pretty good. So vacation is getting 20. So we have 51, 20, 40, 60. So 160 in vacation. Zoo trips is getting 6. So Zoo Trips now has 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. And Zoo Trips and the next one, Passports, are the exact same. Eventually they won't always go up together, but right now I'm rebuilding them, so they're every week they go up at the exact same increment. So this one is also getting 6. So we have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. And that is it for the long-term binder. These are available in my shop, all the binders I show in this video. Last we have our holiday, and this is like long-term for those types of items. So holidays, we're working on New Year's Eve right now, is getting 16. So New Year's Eve will have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66. Valentine's Day will be next. Thanksgiving is getting 60. So we have 51, 52, 20, 30. So 230 and Thanksgiving. Then Black Friday is getting 100. So we have 125 in Black Friday. Next we have Santa. So our Texas family has already got $100 each. I'm working on doing $100 to each person in the family for Christmas. And then if we have extra money, we can build up from there. Cool. If not, no harm, no foul. So where are we at? So these all have these have 100 each. So now I want to go here. So I have 300 to put in here. So my son Press is getting 100, my son Alaric's getting 100, and my son Dom is getting 100. I'm going to move them to the back behind my husband. And then we will have 300 left for me and the little boys. If we end up being able to do more, cool. If not, no big deal. We are not into like super expensive Christmases, so it's fine with us. And I did just find an error. This is our Texas family, and then these are the next holidays coming up. So this binder is done, but I do this every single week, I think. I did forget to put money in the snowball. My leftover rollover should have went in there. So we have 20s and a 5. Okay, new total. This one's going to take a second. 100, 50, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 20, 40, 50, 60. Oh, I didn't do that right. So that's 810, 830, 850, 860, 870, 875, 877 is what we should have. So let me just take a look. Yep, that is perfect. 877. Okay, so if you like what you see, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. I do, again, fluctuate. I actually like filming here as long as the camera angle does work out, because I can't see as much as I do normally with my Canon. As long as I'm able to bribe my family to go do things, then I am game to do this from now on. And I just realized I forgot to say these dashboards are from Princess Budgets. So if you made it this far, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. As I said, I gave Martina Lilly as a beauty YouTuber, and she says do all the YouTubey things, and it fits perfectly because we all know what we need to do to help videos in the algorithm or help channels in the algorithm. And if you would like to help me, it would really make my day if you would like, share, and subscribe. So I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, your budget is going fantastic, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy.